What is up, guys? Today I come to you yet with another weekly review of Gintama. Now we're at chapter 608 and things are not getting any better. The situation is just getting worse and worse. So after the only one Banshu save Hime-sama, I forgot her name for a second, Soyo Hime, from getting killed by the cannons by the Liberation Army that was in the sky. They go down and they destroy their fleets, and now they're forced to go fight on land where they are getting their butts whooped by those who are on land. So they're no longer airborne, they now have to fight on land, and the Liberation Army is not liking that one bit. So they're still trying to wrap their heads around why are those who's going against us fighting so hard, even though they know that they will not live to see to tomorrow. Like, you keep going against your own faith, and the more you go against it, the sadder and more gruesome the outcome will be. So they have something even bigger in plan for those who are trying to go against them, and that comes down later into the chapter. Now, the only one Banshu, they're coming in and they're doing a lot of damage, and they're helping Gintoki and everyone else that is in need of dire help. There was also some funny parts, especially with Sachan and Zenzu. Anytime she sees Gintoki, she automatically goes into her S&M persona. Gintoki automatically smacks the hell out of her because she's like, your face looks scarier than that of the opponent. And then poor Zenzo, with his home noise problem, they decided to make a joke out of that. He has something stuck up into his behind, and then blood is coming out. But there was at least two quotes that were said in this chapter that I really did like reading, and I read it over and over again. Two of them were said by Gintoki, and he was like that even if our world of tomorrow is destroyed, we're still idiots that go running to buy Jump. And of course, the title of the chapter was called Go Buy Jump. Jump comes out on Mondays, and the magazine and Sunday comes out on Wednesday. And then the next quote that Gintoki said was he actually thanked everyone for waiting for him to come back to Earth, because remember, he was back off in space in one of the planets, and all of that happened, and everybody who was suffering on Earth and trying their best to wait for the reappearance of Gintoki. And once he hears all of those things about how everybody was waiting for him, he finally did say his thanks for staying as idiots while waiting for me. So in a way, it was very Gintoki like in his almost apology, and also in his gratitude for everyone that he has come across and those who are willing to help him. But of course, like I said, the situation isn't getting any better. We're introduced to the three most powerful tribes within the universe. Of course, the one that we all know, we've known since the first three episodes. Episode 3, we were introduced to Kagura of the Yato clan, and of course the Yato clan being one of the strongest tribes. Then we're introduced to the Daikini, the Daikini tribe. They look kind of like Onis. They look like very scary monsters with horns and everything. And then we're introduced to the Shinra. Now, I don't know if they're exactly the same ones that we saw back during the Deva arc, with that gambling princess who used them as bodyguards. I don't remember her name, but I do remember her as someone who was really big in the gambling world and the black market and everything. And she used bodyguards, assassins that look distinctly like these guys, who had bandages all around them and cloaks around them, and she used them as bodyguards, and she sent them to go and kill Jericho and Gintoki. So I don't know if it's the same type of species or they're different, but they do look very familiar to those. So they're the most three powerful tribes that were sent to go destroy the people that's going against the Liberation Army. And the Liberation Army also sent down this huge looking cannon that, when it's translated, it's called Lightning God. It's a play off the lightning god in Japanese mythology. And it's like a cannon that has like 3 pistols on its sides, and it's destroying the black mist that was used to destroy the cannons that were in the sky that was originally supposed to attack the castle. And once the black mist is gone, it's going to aim fire at everyone that's on the ground and kill them off. And before that can happen, we see Shinpachi get a call from Ginoji. And it seems Ginoji has created something or has something in plan that will be able to take out that machine that's up in the sky. And now he's also surrounded by at least 3 of the devas of Kabukicho, and also Ote and everyone else. So these characters are now going to join in with Gintoki and the others to go fight off the Liberation Army and also fight off Yutaro. So, but my question is, when we saw the Yato, it also made me go back to thinking of Kamui and Umibozu. Now, we know Kamui went back after, the whole ordeal back at the whatever planet they were on before. He went off on his own again. We don't know if he went back to join the Harusame or if he went back to join with his tribe. But my case is that this just makes me think he's going to come back very soon. But which side will he be on? Because we cannot conclude. We can't just say, okay, Kamui is a good guy now and he's going to help. We don't know exactly after he left. And with Umibozu, we are sure. But when is he coming? Has he found a solution? And the quote that I said before with Gintoki saying, the thing about even if tomorrow's gone, we buy Jump. It left a foreshadowing to me. Just reading that quote, I may be looking in it too much, but it made me think about, like, when this whole ordeal is finished, this war on Earth is finished. I think it's going to go back to how it was, not exactly how it was, but it's going to just go back to the daily life of Gintoki and everyone else, where Gintoki's going to be like laying on the couch, reading his Jump. Kagura and Shinpachi are doing something, possibly causing mischief. Sadaharu's laying down, taking a nap. And outside may be some troubles, or there's going to be fixing up of Edo. But things may go back to normal. And I may have been thinking too much into it, but that quote just made me think of what the possibility of what the last chapter will look like. So you can give your thoughts on, like, pertaining whatever quotes stuck out to you the most in this chapter, and what do you think of it when you actually decide to try to break down and think about these quotes. So if you read this chapter of Gintama, chapter 608, please do tell me in the comment section below on how you felt about this chapter, and what were some moments that you liked in particular. What are your predictions for the next chapter? The links, as always, is in the description box, so you guys go check that out. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye!